Hello guys, Caveman only here with episode 5 of my subterrestrial saga. So much has happened since my last video, both in-game and in the real world, starting with my Twitch livestream premiere, which you see in the background right now, achieving a few of my long-term account goals, and I also had a week-long family vacation thrown in there too. But now I'm back from that, and I'm ready to deliver the most exciting progress update yet. As you might remember from my last video, I just finished the smithing grind, and I obtained the 5 mil that I need to unlock the Edgeville respawn. That achievement is the beginning of Phase 2 of my account's progress. And from this point forward, the content is going to be much more diverse and interesting, and the goals are the biggest ones yet. So without further ado, enjoy the gains.
Wow, 5 million coins. Holy shit, that is so much money. Okay. Boom!
Finally, the Edgeville respawn has been obtained. 6 weeks of work went down the drain in about 5 seconds. But now, of course, the first thing that I'm off to do is to go and get my very first Slayer task from Vanica. Quite a few of you showed up to follow me as I did this in-game and also joined me in the stream, so thank you to those of you that followed me there. And now, let's see what the first task is going to be.
Hobgoblins. That's what I'm talking about. I will take it. I will fucking take it. Hobgoblins. And I completed a medium task. Nice. Hobgoblins. That's what I'm talking about.
So after getting a great first Slayer task, I had to gear up. And currently, the only way I can get to the Edgeville dungeon is by suiciding, which makes training down there a bit of a pain in the ass, since I can only bring 4 items at a time with my Protect Item Prayer. Basically, I grab 4 items to take with me, and then I find a black guard in Keldagram to kill me. Then that takes me right outside the dungeon, and then I'm good to go. But before I started on Slayer, I thought I'd try and kill some hill giants to get 43 prayer, so I could try and prayer flick my tasks so I could train down here a little longer.
Yeah, anyway, so I guess I'm going to be killing these hill giants for a while. I could try my Slayer task and do hobgoblins. Wow, I got a giant key already. No shit. Okay, cool. That's a 1 in 128 drop, I think, and I've only killed 5, 7, 9, 14.
So I've got to say, my luck on this account is pretty stupid so far. When Obor was first released, I went about 500 kills dry of a key on my free-to-play Ultimate Ironman. But it was nice to start off my Edgeville Dungeon adventures with a pretty nice drop. Since I can't take any decent amount of food with me, I can only last so long training in the dungeon. So what I do from there is I die in the dungeon, and then I respawn outside, quickly run downstairs, and then minigame teleport to Blast Furnace. I grab another item or two, depending on what I dropped when I died, and then I suicide again to get back. It's a bit of a process, but I honestly don't even care right now because I'm having so much fun. So once I get to retrieve lockpicks at 50 agility, and then once I'm also 78 thieving, I'll be able to steal some of the minor gems like Jade and Opal from the Dorgish Khan Rich chests. So that I can finally make Rings of Returning, which teleport you to your respawn point, and that will make my life so much easier. But that's still a ways off, so for now I guess I'm just going to have to suck it up.
Check out that gear, boys. That is what we are fucking talking about.
Here I finally achieve level 7 Slayer, and if you've been following my progress for a while, you'll know that that's a pretty monumental level for me. I was attempting to lamp to level 7 Slayer, but I ended up unlocking the Edgeville dungeon before I got there. But now it's time to go train on cave bugs. So the reason I've been trying to get to these cave bugs for so long is because they very rarely drop secondary herblore ingredients. I've been trying to get to level 10 herblore for basically since I've started my account 3+ months ago. But I need level 10 herblore so that I can finish the dig site quest, which is a prerequisite for another slice of ham. And that's the last quest that I need to complete, because that unlocks the train between Dorgish Khan and Keldagrim. So once that quest is done, that means I am underground permanently, aside from traveling to different caves for Slayer. Fucking finally. I've been waiting for this moment for so long, and this means that Phase 2 is just on the horizon. So let's take a look at the requirements for dig site. There we have 10 herblore checked off, the last thing I need. So let's go and smash out that quest. All in all, it was a pretty easy quest. It only took me just over half an hour to do it. And the best part about it is that I get 7 free herblore levels out of it. So not too bad if you ask me. And finally, let's go and smash out another slice of ham. Look at that cinematography and all that pageantry. Damn, that is some good shit. Anyway, another quick quest done, another slice of ham, and that is the final quest complete on my account. Now, it was a pretty easy one, only took me about 20 minutes, and I got a free prayer level and an ancient mace out of it. I also got a Dorgish Khan sphere, which is that little blue thing next to the lamp in my inventory. That allows me to teleport to Dorgish Khan whenever I want, and I'll actually be able to make those eventually. Once I have 39 Slayer, I can kill Mollusks, which drop Swamp Weed, which is basically the same thing as seaweed. I turn it into soda ash in order to make molten glass. I use molten glass and law runes, turn it into some dude in Dorgish Khan, and boom, more Dorgish Khan spheres. I knew my luck wasn't going to last forever, and sure enough, it ran out as soon as I got a Moss Giant task. That means I have to go smash out 23 to 51 agility on the monkey bars in Edgeville dungeon. So, I'll see you in about 8 hours. Eight hours later. minutes later. So after a bit of frustration getting PK'd twice and just doing boring content for 8 hours in a row, I finally achieved 51 agility, so it's time to go and do my Moss Giant Slayer task. Just kidding, here's some woodcutting and fletching content. I decided since I was down here that I wanted to go ahead and get a head start on my woodcutting and fletching grind. Fletching is really important because I need to eventually make an adamant crossbow to take the Jad, so I wanted to go ahead and get some of those early levels out of the way while I was here anyway. I also got a clue nest, as you can see here in the background, and the only reason I picked it up is just to kind of humor myself. I know the odds of me completing a clue scroll on this account are very low, but the good news is that I have access to bird's nests, so I'll be able to make my own brews, like 10 years in the future. After dying about a dozen different times, I did end up completing this Slayer task, and I got 30 Slayer, which is a nice milestone. I also discovered that I only need to complete 5 tasks in a row to start earning points, which was not what I had originally thought, so that's good news for me as well. I went ahead and went to go get my next Slayer task and ended up with Ankus. That's a bit depressing because now I'm going to have to put my Slayer grind on hold because I do have access to Ankus, but they're in the catacombs, and I have to unlock the catacombs first with 69 magic and then also finding that stupid incantation thing in the Kourend library. So now that the Slayer grind is on hold for the moment, it's time to mark off another pretty big achievement for my account. And that is to mark off the very first one-off item grab for my account, which are lockpicks from the Rogue's Den. Now, I need lockpicks in order to access the Dorgish Khan average and rich chests in Dorgish Khan that give various loot. My requirements for obtaining these lockpicks were 52 thieving and 50 agility in order to thieve from the chests and also to be able to talk to Martin here in the Rogue's Den to buy the lockpicks. The chests are going to be great for me, particularly the rich chests at level 78, because they give me access to minor gems such as the opals, jade, and red topaz. Those will be used for silver jewelry, which will prove quite useful for me, particularly the Ring of Returning, which will teleport me to my respawn point in Edgeville, as well as the Expeditious Bracelet, which will help me complete bad Slayer tasks, like from Turiel, for example, will help me complete those a lot faster, and then the Bracelet of Slaughter, which will extend the good Slayer tasks. So I'm really excited about getting these lockpicks finally. There are various chests throughout the entire city of Dorgish Khan, so I have to figure out the best route to thieve all of the chests because they take a while for the loot to respawn. But I am very excited to have this content unlocked. It's going to be great thieving content. I don't know if it'll be a primary source of training, but it's definitely going to be something that's supplementary to thieving for me that will just spice things up once in a while. Since so much has happened, let's recap on everything that's happened the last couple weeks. I've achieved 2 of my long-term account goals, both buying the Edgeville respawn for 5 mil and also completing all 11 prerequisite quests as stated in my rules. I've also had my Twitch livestream premiere, which went down quite successfully, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I can't say that streaming is going to be a regular thing for me right now, only because my computer can't handle it at the moment. But as soon as I hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers, I'll be buying a new PC, and you can expect a lot more streamed content from there on out. I've started legitimately training so many new skills: Slayer, Herblore, Agility, Woodcutting, and Fletching so far. Cooking and fire making are also available, but they're on the back burner because they're just not as pertinent as the other skills. And finally, now that some of my big goals that I've been striving for months have been completed, you're probably wondering what the next big goal is for the account. And you could probably guess, but it's going to be the Cowfight Queen. As per my rules, I need to obtain all obsidian armor pieces before I can access KQ, so that means a lot of range training in the imminent future in the Tsar City. I'm also going to need much better melee stats to take on the first phase of KQ, and I'm going to do most of my melee training with Slayer, I think. But to do that, I'm going to need 69 magic to finish my Anku's task in the catacombs, and I'm also going to need 43 prayer so I can prayer flick to save supplies. I anticipate being ready for KQ in probably 6 to 8 weeks, and not long after that, it'll be time to prep to take on Jad in the fight caves. We've finally turned the corner, guys, into the more exciting content, and I've seriously never been this excited to play the game and to share my progress with all of you. If you feel the same, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future updates. I'm going to be starting off the next video in a brand new area, and I've also got a little surprise up my sleeve, so you won't want to miss it. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.